Hello there, it's Halo with the Armageddon Report. Let's dive right in, shall we? So, tornadocoverage.com, there's nothing going on right now, but I bring this up because I built it ages ago and never finished it. So what is it missing? It's missing a map. See, it's got the map of the current outlook, the tornado outlook for today, the current severe thunderstorm or tornado watches that are in effect, and severe thunderstorm watches and no tornado watches at the moment. And it's got the text of, the warnings and stuff, but there's no map for them. So I'm going to be working on that today, or at least that's what I say as of now. And of course I'll need to fix this bug because indicated it was obviously not the name of a county, but because it appeared right next to the word county, it doesn't know the difference. Space weather. There's some space weather happening. S1 and R1, solar radiation storms, radio blackout. So if you actually click on these things, you get to read what it's about. So apparently with the solar radiation storm of an S1, no biological or satellite impacts. However, minor impacts on HF radio and the polar regions down here with R1, weak and minor degradation of HF radio communication. So sort of some sunny type stuff going on, but I have no idea. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that so I can maybe one day understand it. Right, cycloking.com, well, we've got Tropical Storm Fabio out here. And we've got Tropical Storm Jackfruit over there. So Tropical Storm Khanun, which is the Thai word for jackfruit, in case you didn't know that. Anyway, JTWC is predicting that Khanun will still be a tropical storm as the time it makes landfall in South Korea. And then apparently Japan has also been having flooding problems. So hopefully, it won't bring much rain to Japan, but I have no idea. Don't know where to find that data. Right, not very well informed. And of course, Fabio over here. Fabio's land hazard is surf. So dangerous surf and rip current conditions along the Golfo de California and extreme southern California. However, Fabio Fabio, the storm, whatever, will be long since dissipated by the time he may or may not reach California. But if you look at the spaghetti models, hey, Fabio might get as far as Canada according to this. That stands for something deep. I think that's what the D, because there's also like the BAMs, which is the BAM shallow. I don't know what any of it means. Anyway, so moving on to here where you can see we've got heat coming back. So all of the heat advisories, excessive heat warnings, the heat never really left. It's just now it's, I guess, news enough for it to be making warnings and advisories and stuff. And of course, the drought has not left at all. We've got, I think every single state, except for potentially Maine, has something colored in. Now, some of them are just like D0, which is apparently not technically a drought, but it's like, well, actually, yeah, even Alaska and Hawaii, 49 out of 50 states, it appears, are either abnormally dry or actually officially having a drought. So it's not a very fun summer, is it? Here in severe thunderstorm news, we've got 4 different slight risk areas going on today. Let's see if I still have the watches page. Did I close that? Let's open the watches page. Right, so here are the watches that are in effect, and of course you saw that way back. Oh, those are the same watches. So severe thunderstorm watches at the moment for these 2 areas, 9 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. EDT is when they both expire. Couldn't think of the word there for a moment. And so here's the wind, so 30% chance of winds today for New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. So that's, if you pick like this random point in New York, that means that there's nearly a 1 in 3 chance that that point or someone within a 25-mile radius of them will see a severe wind event. So that'd be 58 miles per hour greater. And of course you've got slight risk down here, slight risk up there, another slight risk. And then even the Pacific Northwest is getting in on it with a 5%. Right, hail-wise, not as huge of a threat, and we still, basically, it looks like all the same areas are affected. They're just affected at different percentages. But the northeastern states are the only place where tornadoes are predicted or whatever. I mean, they could still occur in other places. So that, New York, again, to use them as an example, that would mean that there's a 5% chance that this random point in New York could see a tornado, or that someone within a 25-mile radius of them would see that tornado. So both 5% is both high, but if you get a tornado outbreak type day, it's like 45%. I think that's the highest it's ever been. Anyway, so just to give you some context on those numbers. So wind is by far the bigger threat today. Tomorrow, the threat moves slightly southern, at least the slight risk area, and we've got another 30% chance today. So here's your 30%, again, Pacific Northwest type areas, and down here in the southeastern states, 5%, and another 5% stretching all the way back there. That's at least as of now. Day 3 says that, but there's actually stuff going on. So here's day 3's severe probability. So here's your 5% area and 5% area back there. And days 4 through 8 back to potential too low. So that means that there isn't even relief, theoretically. I seldom ever read this. You can read this yourself. It's just full of scientific verbiage and meteorological terms. Anyway, theoretically anyway, potential too low means there isn't severe thunderstorm weather predicted in days 4 through 8, or at least as of now, as opposed to predictability too low where there is severe weather predicted, but the timing and the location not yet certain enough. Right, I know. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of this wonderful blah, blah, blah thing that's going on that you're watching right now. Right, so I never know how to end these on an up note, so we say WickedWix, WICKEDWX.com is where you can track severe thunderstorms or something, I don't know, and cyclocane.com, CYCLOCANE, that's so fun to say now that I've actually memorized the spelling. It's not that I actually know how to spell it, I've just said it so many times. Anyway, that's where tropical cyclones, tropical storms, hurricanes, typhoons, etc. are covered. Right, and there's also, of course, National Hurricane Center and Joint Typhoon Warning Center, and hopefully tornado coverage will be easier to look at or more relevant or something, and not say that things are happening in indicated county, Arizona. Anyway, so that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your week.